A brutal act of violence.
It was like a nightmare. I would think, okay, did this really happen? Or was that a dream that I had that my dad's gone?
A father of 12 is dead, and no one is talking.
No, nobody called the ambulance. Nobody called the fire department. Nobody called nothing.
The Latino community doesn't feel protected. They feel afraid.
Will his family ever get justice? Did you try to reach out to the media?
We reached out to several media stations, and we didn't even hear back.
And that's when you decided to take matters into your own hands?
We felt we can't just sit back and not do anything.
I'm Maria Elena Salinas. For over 3 decades as an investigative journalist, I've dedicated my career to search for the truth, uncovering corruption, denouncing injustice, and digging deep for evidence so that I can tell you the real story. It's late summer 2003 when the head of a large immigrant family in Joliet, Illinois, suffers a violent and mysterious death. Yet this tragedy doesn't even make the local news. It's an all too familiar story in Latino communities across America. But in this case, the victim's 12 children are determined to see justice delivered, even if it means joining the manhunt themselves. Our story takes place 40 miles southwest of Chicago, in the blue-collar manufacturing town of Joliet, Illinois. It's a place that Felipe Ulloa, his wife Eloisa, and their 12 children have called home for 23 years. And for the Ulloa family, Wednesday, September 10th, 2003, starts out as a normal day. That day that I'm sure you would prefer not to remember, what did your father do earlier in the day?
My mom said he was there, they had breakfast, they were together. My sister had stopped to see them and had lunch with them.
They had a good lunch, and then he told them that he was going to go to a local restaurant there to basically collect a $75 debt. He had also told his family that he was going to be paying off an insurance premium.
Around 3 o'clock was when he left the house that day.
Felipe doesn't own a cell phone, so when he fails to return by dinner time, his wife has no way to reach out to him.
There was a bar down the street that he would go a lot, so my mom thought he was probably there. She didn't get word until the police came to the house.
It's about 10 p.m. on that cool September evening when 55-year-old Eloisa Ulloa hears a knock at the door.
My mom got up to answer the door, and it was a police officer, so she yelled for me because she doesn't speak English very fluently. So all the police officer asked was to confirm the make and model of the car that my dad was driving.
After inquiring about Felipe's vehicle, the officer simply leaves without further explanation.
I just assumed that something happened with the car when he left it on the side of the road. I didn't think a whole lot of it, so I went to bed.
4 miles away, Felipe's oldest daughter returns home from work.
I got home and my middle child came to me and said, "Mom, I feel like something bad is going to happen."
And like a premonition.
Yeah, and that's totally out of her character. And I said, "Ellie, why are you saying that?" And she said, "I don't know, Mom. I just feel like something bad's going to happen today."
No one in the Ulloa family has reason to suspect what the police already feared.